Hello everybody, this is Saint Charts. It is Monday the 27th of January 2025. Going to start with Bitcoin, and this is one where we gave the reversal zone back down here at 54,671 to 49,962, which it hit the bottom of that box, and we gave this blue box target a long while back of 81,992 to 100,000 basically, which we said we thought we were going to sort of hit the middle of that box, which it did. And for me, I think that this is a bit of a corrective play. I'm expecting another wave higher, so I think this is a sort of a wave 1. That's our 2. This is our corrective move playing out, and I think we might get another push down probably to sort of 90,000 or probably 88,000, something like that, before we get a final push higher into this upper blue box here at 113,000 to 120,366. So that for me is my preferred course of how price action is going to play out over the next few weeks. And I say, you know, once we've hit this blue box zone there at the top, we'll see a bigger corrective move for Bitcoin, but still looking good. However, you know, a bit of a cautionary tale that you know, wave 5s don't always work out, so please be careful. Next one I'm going to do is ARC Minerals, and just get that one up. And for me, I think there's news due apparently on this one with some essays, and for me, you know, it's possible here that we've got, just get my little arrow up, I think that could be a wave 1, so it could be sort of a 2, probably a bit down a little bit more, and then hopefully drop the right news, we could see you know, a sort of a bull run up into the red box there at 216 to 2.47. Of course, it could head a lot higher if the news was really good, so one to take a look at. Next one I'm going to do is MSM, and just get that one up. So this one here we gave a sort of a blue box reversal zone down here to sort of 0.04 pence, wasn't it, which we did see a bit of a bounce, but then it continued its path lower into the back into the blue box. And I've got this red box zone here, which should be blue, but I've just put it as red so that it's you know, visible. But for me, I think that we're going to see a bounce from here, and I think we should get a 3-wave bounce at least. So hopefully, sort of a 1, 2, 3, probably up to 0.5, 0.6, something like that. But if they can drop the right news, you know, they could see it targeting this upper red box zone here at 0.0926 to 0.1115. But see how that one plays out. But yeah, fingers crossed. I think that MSMN is overdue a couple of ways to the upside minimum. So one to take a look at. Next one I'm going to do is Avacta. And this one here is quite interesting because I think we've got a sort of a wave 1 just been completed, and so I think we've got a wave 1, and I think this is our wave 2, which I've got a blue box reversal zone at 45.8 to 42.9, which it doesn't seem to want to go into, sort of at a quadruple bottom there, so it looks like the bulls are certainly stepping in. And for me, I think the initial target really is here at 72.2 to 80.4. However, if it can, you know, continue and drop the right news, I don't see why it can't power past this prior high back in July, beat the 86.6, and I think it should be tacking a pound. So you know, could go a bit higher. I've got another red box zone there, but let's see how that plays out. Break out of this red box zone here, and then attack a pound, and then reassess the situation. Next one I'm going to do is GDR. Just get that up. So for me, this one here, I think that you know, that's again another wave 1, and if that can just get some bulls behind it, I think we should be trading up to sort of 3p up to 3.35. So that's where I see that going. I mean, bigger if it gets a big spike like it's seen down here, then the target would be 5.87 to 7.02. But see how it fares when it hits that first red box there. So that's GDR. Next one I'm going to do is Brez. And this one here, I've got a blue box reversal zone, and for me, you know, it's a big box there, isn't it? It's been in sort of popping in and out of it for a long period of time, but for me, I think I've got this red box zone up here at 8.08 to 9.38. That's where I'd like to see it heading. What I don't like is I don't like this corrective move here, but you know, sort of 1, 2, 3, you know, so really I want to see that hold above 3.32. I don't really want to see it dropping much below that, or below that ideally, and then hopefully we can head up to that red box there. But not the best of looking chart, but fingers crossed for those holding. Next one I'm going to do is LND. And this one here is in an upward, put a trend line in there, so it's been going quite nicely. For me, can break this 4.87, should hopefully give us that red box there, so 5.68 to 6.2. But if it can break above the 6 pence level and hold above, I don't see why it can't be trading into the upper red box there at 7.14 to 8.26. So that's LNDN, a nice one. Next one I'm going to do is TYM, and this one here is one which I've thought was going to continue a bit higher than it did. It had sort of new results out the other day, but it sort of pulled back a bit. But if we say that's our wave 1, and if it can hold here and get some balls behind it, hopefully we can go to a minimum of 0.1065 to 0.1185. But if it's right news, I don't see why we couldn't be heading up to this red box zone here at 0.147 to 0.1735. So that's TYM. Next one I'm going to do is AGL, and just get that in there. And for me, this one here, personally speaking, I'm expecting more of a bit of a corrective move than a continuation to the upside. So ideally, I'd like to see a bit of a pullback, 1, 2, 3, and then hopefully head a lot higher again. But see how that one plays out. Remind me again once either a corrective move or tell me that it's gone higher. That'd be great. Next one I'm going to do is ONDO, and this one. Right, for me, this one we called absolutely superbly back here. I thought at around 12.6 to 13.5 pence that we were going to see that bottom was in, which was right. However, I did have a blue box, which was 11.6, which it didn't go to, and I did say I didn't think it was going to go there, and it's headed up higher. And for me, the red target here is 45.8 to 55 pence. I think that's still in play. So if I just map that out, I think we've got a wave 1. That's our 2. That's our completed 3. We're seeing a bit of a corrective move there. Might see a bit lower before we head higher into my blue box there, 45.4 to 49.3. So I think it's going to be attacking sort of 50 pence in the not too distant future. So ONDO, I think there's more upside in that short term. RMR is my next one and last. And for me, not a bad risk reward, I don't think. So I'm going to go here that I think this is our wave 1. This is a corrective move, and hopefully we can head into this grey box zone here at 0.54 to 0.615. As long as we hold above 0.228, I don't want to see it drop below that. But and it depends how much steam. If it gets the right news, we could activate this red box zone up here at 0.72 to 0.855. So potentially risk reward looks very good to me. Targeting the grey box as a minimum, 0.54 to 0.61, and hopefully into that red box. There you go. That's me for today. Any stocks you want to covering off, please put in the comments below. See you again soon.